Hello, my name is Edra Pinckney, and I am a 1980 graduate of South Carolina State College, where I majored in General Business Administration and received a Bachelor of Science in that degree. My first memories of South Carolina State began with move-in day on that Sunday when I met my first roommates at Bradham Hall, room 369. My sophomore year, I stayed in Sojourner Truth Hall, and my junior and senior year, I had the luxury of staying at South Campus, which was an off-campus dormitory at the time. It was previously a Holiday Inn, and when I was assigned the room, it was completely random. I received a private room, and I had that room for the remaining 2 years that I was at South Carolina State. While there, I took the courses ROTC versus Phys Ed because ROTC offered 2 credit hours as opposed to 1. And surprisingly, I excelled in ROTC. I was the fastest in my class to disassemble and assemble the M16 rifle, and I earned the expert badge for marksmanship in the prone position with the M16 rifle. So that was a surprise to me because I didn't have a background in that. I participated in the college work-study program. First year was with the college choir, and for the remaining 3 years, I worked with the Public Relations Office / Sports Information Department as the play-by-play recorder for home football games. What that entailed, I would sit next to Mr. Leon Myers. He would dictate to me the plays as they happen on the field, and I would in turn type them on a stencil, and after each quarter he would make sure that all of the coaching staff received copies of those play-by-plays. After college, my career path involved working at Voorhees College first. Then I moved to Charleston, working at the Citadel. I eventually moved over to MUSC, started out in guest relations, and ended up retiring in 2018 as an employee relations consultant. But while I was in guest relations, I had the opportunity to perform a marriage ceremony. I was on duty and was called to the labor and delivery floor. And when I entered the room, there was a woman in labor, full medical team there waiting, and she wanted to be married before her child was born. So I went to the nurse's desk, got a yellow pages, called the justice of the peace because I had never performed the ceremony before, and he gave me the verbiage. So I went back in, performed the ceremony, and their child was born moments later. And to this day, my signature is on their marriage license. So I jokingly called my pastor afterwards and told him, "Hey, listen, if you ever need any help, I'm your girl." And we laughed about that. Post-retirement, my goal was to get a job at a hotel so that whenever I travel, I would have the perks of discounted room stays, and that I did. I began working for Hilton Hotels part-time in 2018, and I'm still there. And along the way, I've met a few celebrities, Dottie Peoples, Philip Bailey, Palmer Williams Jr., who plays the character Floyd Jackson on House of Pain. Also, over the years, I've had the opportunity to participate in a movie as an extra, North and South Book 2. It was a mini-series. I was listed in the 1982 edition of Outstanding Young Women of America, and I volunteered over the years with Homeless Shelter, with Trident United Way, and with Southern Care Hospice, where I was recognized as employee of a volunteer of the quarter. Bulldog Nation has been very good to me. At South Carolina State, I've met 2 lifelong friends in the persons of Theo Myrick Myers and Shirley Robinson. And along the way, there was an old friend who's a constant in my life. James Roberts and I are both from the same hometown of Williston, South Carolina. We've been together since first grade. As a matter of fact, we were dance partners in our first grade operetta. So I'm proud to say that we have been lifelong friends, and which has continued through Bulldog Nation. Also, I knew it all the time, but it just hit home to me. It resonated of how wonderful my classmates are. During the homegoing service for my dad in 2018, there was a condolence card that came from Eric Washington on behalf of the class of 1980, and it just had 7 words. It said, "Your class of 80 stands with you." Well, that really meant so much to me at that moment, to know that I had a whole class of people that had my back, and just want them to know how much how deeply I appreciate you all for that. My personal interests: I enjoy walking, I enjoy going to the gym, but my passion is photography. I'm not a professional photographer, but over the years I've enjoyed it immensely, and it started at age 12 when my dad worked at Savannah Riverside, and each year, if they went a whole year without any safety infractions, they were given the opportunity to select a prize or item from a catalog. Well, he told me, he said, if you get good grades, you can pick whatever you want. So I got the grades, and when I opened that catalog, there it was, that Kodak camera, and it started me on the path of taking pictures of family, friends, cookouts, weddings, funerals, babies, pets, you name it, I've done it. The camera that I currently have was gifted to me by my uncle, a professional photographer, Willie Singleton, and that camera was the one that I used last spring, capturing a lot of special moments with our class of 1980 45th reunion. What I would say to students or alumni is to give back to the college through your financial resources, to support the college in any way possible, to vote in every election like your life depends on it, because it really, really does. To be respectful of others, to be empathetic, to be caring, to always strive for excellence, and always represent South Carolina State in a way that they will always be proud of you. And last but certainly not least, I would say have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, because with him all things are possible, and without him nothing is possible. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.